that we are doing. All right, are we going? I think we are going. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so we are going to be playing Star Bingo today. Everybody should have a bingo card in front of them. If you are at home because you are sick, no worries. Just go ahead and look at this as an opportunity to study at home. So we're going to play Star Bingo, and the first thing that you are going to need to do is you are going to need to take your bingo card and you're going to write down the word or phrase that you see on this board on each one of those squares. So please pick up your pencils and write this down on each one of those squares. There's 24 words or phrases. You're going to write these down in each one of the empty boxes. I would recommend not doing it all in order because then somebody else might get bingo as the same as you. So move them around a little. If you're at home, you can pause the video whilst we are doing this part, or fast forward it. If you look at the dinosaur board, we are reviewing with bingo. I'm going to hand out Unit 3 packets. I'll talk about that. Those are already on your desks. And then we are at the end of class going to set up our Unit 3 goal. So we're going to talk about that also.
Is hydrogen and helium one word?
Hydrogen and helium are going to be on one square. Hydrogen and helium are on one square. Planetary nebula are on one square. So anything that is separate is just separate. Nebula is on its own square. Sunspots, helium, heaviest protostar, those are all on their own. But if you see something side by side, that is together. Like main sequence is on one square together. Medium mass on one square together. Good clarifying question. Was there anybody not here yesterday? I've got the handout from yesterday. Missing one?
Yeah.
Okay, I will go through them and you look for them as I say them. Copper. True. False. Medium mass. Satellites. Chlorine. High mass. Carbon. Main sequence. Calcium. Nitrogen. Nitrogen. Iron. White dwarf. Red. Energy. Blue. Silicon. hydrogen and helium, planetary nebula, regular nebula, sunspots, helium, heaviest. Okay, before we get going, I want everybody to look at their desk. You'll see that I put a new packet of information on your desk. This is Unit 3. So you don't need this today. You are going to tuck this away in your science folder, but I have given you vocabulary. I have given you a table of contents. I've given you the labs that I hope to go through with you by the end of the trimester. This will bring us to December 4th. Now, why is it that I am giving it to you now?
Do you know the 2 weeks?
I potentially am thinking we're not going to be together on Monday. That come Monday, we're all going to be online, and I don't have the ability to hand these to you. Now, these will still all be Google Docs, so they will be for you online if you want to make yourself an electronic copy of the notebook. But I know some of you really value having the paper copy. So when we are Zooming together and I say, hey, get this lab out, you will have this lab at home for you. Okay? Questions on that? All right, so make sure that's tucked away in your science folder. How many of you think we will not be together on Monday? I started crying first hour. I was like, I've got a lot of anxiety with the idea of not being able to see my students in person, because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to on Monday say, hey, welcome, blah, blah, blah. And like half of you are going to be all like black screens, just your name. And it's going to depress me, and my depression's going to go way up again. And I can't live that way. So make sure that we interact with each other. I will try to get you to interact more with me online, but know that online format is not my strength. And so I'm really going to struggle with it. So please be there for me and interact with me. I would greatly appreciate that. That being said, if you could make sure that you have a place to work, which is not your bed, okay? Lying in bed is not an effective way to go to school. If you want to have a good student, become a great student, get yourself to the kitchen table, get yourself to a coffee table. If you have a desk in your room, awesome. But just like lying in bed in the dark, not your best opportunity for what you can do.
So
And-
right, I can eat.
And we'll talk about that when we set our unit goals for Unit 3. Okay, let's go ahead and look at what we're doing. I'm going to put a minute on the timer in between each one of these. You are going to have Corey, you got to get your science stuff out. You're going to have your materials, and you're going to look through your materials to find information. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the very first one, because again, this is review. We want to practice going through our materials. Whoops. We're going to have, here's your first one. The atom that you are looking for has one more proton than the element boron. The atom you are looking for has one more proton than the element boron. You are going to need your fusion and the periodic table. Oh! Do you remember the marshmallow lab? Squashing them together.
I'm literally just looking for it. I know I have it.
There's a periodic table in front of you.
Like, I know I have it. It's just hard to find.
No, I know, but he's looking for the one that he has so that he has it at home when he's doing his exam. This is an opportunity for us to, organize our materials, so to speak. Boron is B. All right, next one. Oops, let me move out of the way. This element has an atomic mass of 40.08. It is not, we're not looking for the atomic number anymore. Now we're talking about atomic mass. And if you look up at the screen, the answer...
0.48? Oh, 40.8, sorry.
40.8, right here. And the answer is in this chart on the big board. Yes, dear. How many what? Say that again?
How many?
You need to have, so you go 4 when you're playing bingo. It's all one complete row, one complete column, or diagonal up. And so since this is only our second one, got a few more seconds there on our timer. Has anyone not ever played bingo before? I'm like such an old lady. I like bingo. I used to have like a bingo like stopper thing. You what? It's just fun. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oops. These are the coolest stars. These are the coolest stars. You could look at your HR diagram.
Oh, I had to find that.
You have the big red one, the big red, blue, yellow, the colored one.
The thing is, you hand stuff out sometimes with holes and sometimes without
Oh
holes.
gosh, everything I hand out has got a hole in it, man.
CME.
That one doesn't have a hole in it? Oh, yes, great.
Nope.
That is just shoddy work.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you sure? Look, they all have holes in them. Yes, it does too. Look at the other side of it.
I had it flipped around.
Happens. All right. You are out of time. Pick something for the coolest stars. All right. This stage of low mass stars, this stage of low mass star evolution comes after the red giant stage. So you would need to look for the evolution of stars. You've got your little half sheet paper, or you've got your notes on the evolution of stars. This stage of a low mass star's evolution comes after the red giant stage.
We labeled it giant. Would that like still count for a giant?
Yep. It's either giant or supergiant. So we're not looking at the supergiant. We're looking at the stage that comes after the giant. Is it raining again? Yep. I love that sound. Anybody close yet to bingo? How many? Just one. Oh. All right. Solar storms can occur when there's an increase in these on the surface of the sun. This was from yesterday's lab. Solar storms can occur when there is an increase in these on the surface of the sun. Just a few more minutes, or a few more seconds, I should say. All right, let's go on to the next one. This, oops, back up. This heavy element is in M-class stars. So this heavy element is in M-class stars. What heavy element is in M-class stars? You think this is going to be something you're going to need to do on the exam? Yeah, this is in our STAR lab, so please make sure that you're able to find the STAR lab.
I think I might have a bingo.
Ah, you think you do? Okay, let's go ahead. So then why don't you tell me what you have, and I'll see if you're correct or not.
So I have carbon, hydrogen, and helium.
That's incorrect. Get rid of hydrogen and helium. And let's play on. This heavy element is in M class of stars.
Oh, heavy, sorry.
Heavy. All right, let's go on to the next one. Supernovas create the blank elements on the periodic table. Supernovas create what kind of elements? I'm not looking for a specific element. I'm looking for a type of elements. Supernovas create the blank elements on the periodic table. This would be in your stellar evolution notes. Stellar evolution notes. Your stellar evolution notes, not your little half sheet of paper, but the actual notes that we wrote down about stellar evolution. I got a big bag of lollipops back here. Looking for a bingo. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. If you missed this one, no big deal. There's going to be other opportunity for bingos. Stars are formed in a what? Stars are formed in a what? I see you don't have any of your materials out. Is that because you're feeling very confident? Good for you. Good. You just, and if you don't know, then you kind of go in and look for it. Good. Well, I'm recording this so that you can do it again tonight if you want. I started to put together a Kahoot, but then I was like, yeah, it's too much work. So this was more work. But I like this better because it enables us to actually sift through our materials. Oh, and we're out of time. Let's go to the next one. In nuclear fusion reactions of main sequence stars, hydrogen atoms are converted into what kind of atoms? So during nuclear fusion, hydrogen is converted into what new atom in a main sequence star? Impressive, most impressive. I'm very happy with how I'm seeing people get involved. Let me get some feedback. Do you like review games like this? Is this helpful rather than just here's, go study?
It's better than having to do assignments.
Well, there's that, but it's a more interactive way maybe of studying.
I think I have a bingo.
Sydney! Let's go ahead and try it. What do you got?
Iron. Oh, red. Hydrogen, helium, and planetary nebula.
Did you say hydrogen? Okay, wait a minute. Did you say like hydrogen and helium in one thing?
And then helium after that.
You do not have a bingo.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of the hydrogen and helium. All right, are we ready? The atom you are looking for, I always feel like that episode of Star Wars. These are not the droids you're looking for. The atom you are looking for is a metalloid with 14 protons. The atom you are looking for is a metalloid with 14 protons.
Where might we find this?
Bingo.
You would find this in your periodic table. Bingo! Let's see what you got.
Heaviest? Calcium, silicon, helium, carbon.
You do have a bingo! So what flavor lollipop would you like? I've got orange, cherry, raspberry, grape, or chocolate. Oh, just anyone? Well, then I will give you my favorite lollipop, the orange. All right, so let's continue to play on, because it's Star Bingo. Okay.
I literally have like half the things filled.
Half the things? That's crazy. All right, are we ready? Any other bingos out there? Continue forward then. Dun, 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 dun. This is not a true star because there is no nuclear fusion happening in the core. Dun, dun, dun. Not a true star. No, whoops. No nuclear fusion is happening in the core. Love the sound of the rain. I love the rain. I love the rain. It's been a while since we've had rain. This morning I had to take all the cushions in off of my porch because rain. Oops, mark that off. How close are we? 1, 2? 2.
Let's see. 1, 1, 1, 1.
You got lots of different possibilities for a bingo. All right. Oh, I have another couple seconds. Let's move on to the next one. The hottest stars are this color. The hottest stars are this color. Nothing yet, Adam?
I think I got a bingo.
You think so? Jacob, tell me what you got.
Silicon, red, free space, blue, and nebula,
You do have a bingo. What color would you like?
orange.
Orange. Oh, there. See, you got it anyway. Good job. All right, let's play on. The next bingo is out there somewhere.
It's right here.
We'll see. We'll
No,
see.
I'm serious.
Did you really get bingo?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Nebula, planetary nebula, protostar, red, blue.
You did get a bingo. What color would you like?
Orange.
Orange. This is so weird. This is the first time that everybody's been like asking for the oranges. The oranges are the bestest.
I will pick all of them
No.
if you want.
Our sun will become a blank when it dies. Yes, you cannot eat the lollipop right now. I apologize. Wrap it up. You cannot eat it right now because of the COVID. So save it for special. I know. Our sun will become a blank when it dies. So even though you have bingo, just continue playing so that it's good review. What will our sun become when it dies? You don't get a second Tootsie Pop, but you get my respect and admiration.
That sucks.
Not good enough for you, eh? Oops, sorry. Well, we'll just kind of go on that one. Our sun will become this when it dies.
Like a piece of tape somewhere.
You can't have your lollipop now, Jacob. You're breaking the rules.
It's
COVID.
green. You have like a piece of tape. You put this together
I
with.
do have a
It
piece
won't
of
stay
tape.
together. Thank you.
All right, next one. Ooh, stars spend 90% of their lives located here on the HR diagram. 90% of their lives. It's really coming down out there, Quentin. Anyone? One stinking space. It's sitting down there and it's laughing up at you. Like that Tide commercial with the spot. Did anybody ever see that? Whoa. So funny. It's hilarious. Sophia, how close are you? Oh my gosh, you're close. I think so. So exciting. Holy smokes, it's really raining out. All right, let's go on to the next one. Ooh, luminosity is the total amount of what emitted by a star? Luminosity is the total amount of what? You would find this on our star classification note
This is
sheet.
what like most of our graphs probably look like.
Our star
It's all filled in.
classification notes. Luminosity. Delaney, let me know when we have 10 minutes left. We don't have, like, do we have 7 minutes left, or do we have 7 minutes left?
No, like,
Oh, okay. Luminosity, the total amount of blank emitted by a star. Got a few more seconds, then we'll move on to the next one. All right. The atom you are looking for would be created if a sodium atom fused with a carbon atom. Sodium fusing with carbon.
Oh, finally, it's bingo. It never happened.
You're in violation of COVID distance protocols, so get away from her. 6
Would
feet.
you like me to slap him?
Back up. No, there's no slapping in here. I will be the one to slap. Yes. Yes, Claire, what do you got? All right. What flavor would you like? Come on. Pick one. You have cherry, raspberry, orange, chocolate, or grape. Because they're the best.
That was actually a good throw.
So bad. Okay, Danny, what do you got?
I'm afraid that I got one wrong.
It's okay. I will not laugh at you.
Blue, iron, fun, and protons.
You get a lollipop. What flavor would you like?
Whatever. Whatever you have the most.
Oh my gosh. I don't. Chocolate. Purple? I don't know. Is chocolate okay?
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
Worth a shot.
Boring, heaviest, free, silicone, and energy.
Yes. What flavor?
Raspberry.
Okay, so Muzen, I'm going to ask you to duck just a little bit. Okay, you're all set, darling. All right, let's move on. True or false? A star will spend its entire life on just one part of the HR diagram. Is this true or is this false? Meaning, a star will spend its entire life in one part of the diagram. I agree with that. That's true. I disagree with that. That's false. You got bingo?
Yep.
What do you think? What do you got?
False. Sunspots, iron, helium, and chlorine.
All right. What flavor would you like?
Orange.
My favorite lollipop is starting to get. Oh, sorry. That's what it's. That's how it's done. Go ahead, Landon.
Planetary, Nebula, energy, protostar, false, and heaviest.
Yes. What flavor? Oh. Oh, that would have been really cool. Go, Liz. Wait. Say again. Shh. Blue, chlorine. Yes. What flavor? Grape. So am I seeing that a lot of people did not realize heaviest was already called? Quentin, what do you got?
Main sequence, carbon, calcium, energy, and
And which one? Chlorine?
which one did I say?
I don't know what you said. Say it again.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Say them again.
Main sequence, carbon, calcium, energy, and chlorine.
Okay. What color or what flavor?
I'll do orange.
Orange. Do not eat these lollipops right now, okay? Don't open the lollipops right now. Go ahead, Sophia. What'd you get?
Protostar, planetary, nebula, three spot, sunspots, and heaviest.
And heaviest. Yes. What flavor?
Orange.
I swear you're lobbing these high so I can't get them.
So the question with the heaviest is supernovas create the heaviest elements on the periodic table. Supernovas create the heaviest elements on the periodic table. Delaney, how am I doing on time? Okay. Okay. All stars have these two elements inside of them. All stars have these two elements inside of them.
Third bingo.
All right. What flavor?
Whatever.
Orange again. Take. Oh, that was really good. Yes. You already got one though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, man. All right, here we go. This non-metal would be created if beryllium fused together with 3 hydrogen atoms. If beryllium was added to 3 hydrogen atoms. She's focusing. She still needs her bingo.
Oh, I got another one.
You're on fire, man. Who still needs a bingo out there? Liar. Delaney does. Corey, you get a bingo yet? Oh, you already did? All right. Just Delaney. You can do it. Maybe this one. These type of stars create planetary nebula as they evolve. These types of stars create planetary nebula as they evolve. So what types of stars create planetary nebula?
There are literally 4 left. There's no way you don't have one.
Shh, don't be, that's really not very nice. She's working on it.
Possible part.
I wonder which one of us first will get a blackout. Or use your thinking skills on that one. Good? You marked something down, right? Okay, I'm going to keep going. The emission spectra of this element makes it look blue-green when we burned it in the lab. We burned it in the lab and it looked blue-green. How much time until 10 minutes? 3 minutes? All right, you got another bingo?
Oh, no. I have to leave.
Stop it. Are you serious? Okay, so then I'm gonna, on this little video, talk about how we're gonna set up our unit goal. Just fast forward until you get there, okay? The link is on the website, Canvas.
Oh, I have to leave right now.
Okay, bye. We'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Okay. And I hope that I will be able to see you in class on Monday, but I doubt it. Meh. True or false? Our sun. What, dear? I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Our sun will not go supernova when it dies. When our sun dies, it will not go supernova. Is this true or false? You got a bingo? You did. Let's go, Delaney. What is it? Yay! What flavor? Well, you have to. Raspberry, cherry, chocolate, grape, or orange.
She might like that apple that's on that plate right there.
I don't have an apple flavor. Oh, my apple? No, she doesn't get that.
That you're leaving there to ferment.
No. I have that for my afternoon snack. All right, my dears. There is when there is an increase in sunspots on the sun, we lose more of these. What is it we lose of? Satellites. They drop from the sky when there's more sunspots. This is the last one. These type of stars will go supernova when they die.
White dwarf.
No, sorry. These are the heaviest stars.
Bye.
Bye. We'll miss you. White dwarfs was the answer to our sun becomes one of these when it dies. Our sun becomes a white dwarf when it dies. Heaviest is supernovas create the heaviest elements on the periodic table. Yep. Solar storms can occur when there is an increase in these on the surface of the sun. When there's an increase of sunspots, the opportunity for solar storms increases. Ladies and gentlemen, open up your computers, please, and go to Canvas. Open. No, we're not doing an exit ticket. We're not keeping that. That's just for junk. Here. Oh, use your phone? Yeah. So we are going to be talking about how to set up, we're going to talk about how to set up goals. And it's very important at your age to set up goals, but I did not want to do this until I felt like we were ready. And I feel like at this time, we are ready to start setting up goals in this class. And I'm not trying to take anything away from you. I just feel like at this time, we're ready to start working on goal setting. And it's really important, and I want to do that with you. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So when you are on Canvas, you're going to go to where it says Unit 3 goal setting, and then you're going to close your computer so that I can talk about how we're going to set up these goals. So once you have clicked on Unit 3 goal setting, which is right here, you're going to then close your Chromebook so that we can talk about what it is we're going to do. Once everybody's got their Chromebook kind of shuttered, I'll know we can go ahead and discuss it. Carter, are you there yet? She's on her way. This is Marianne. Danny? Danny is on her way. Yep, bye-bye. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about goals. It says setting explicit goals for success and tracking our progress towards them is a way to increase our chances of finding the successes we hope for. It is not about where we are, it's about where you want to be. Okay, that's really important. And I know in 9th grade right now, you're like, I just don't want to be here, Miss McGrain. But it's important to think about how setting goals can get you anywhere that you want in life. And I'm not talking about big goals like I'm going to have $1 million. I'm talking about small goal setting. Okay, it's a skill. So I think we are ready to move on in our educational path to learn how to set goals and then also to monitor our progress towards these goals. The main point in setting these goals is to help you take realistic steps to achieve them. So I want to talk about this. Let's imagine that, totally gonna pick on you today. Not pick on you, but just use you as an example. Let's imagine Caden has a goal for this next unit. These are our unit 3 goals we're gonna be setting up. And Caden says, I'm going to get an A in the class. And Mrs. McGrain looks at him and says, that's a really great goal, but it's too vague for what we're doing here. If you want to get an A in the class, we need to dial it down just a little bit. And we just need to focus on what can you do in unit 3 that will then help you maybe get that bigger long-term goal of getting an A in this trimester. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing just on unit 3. So can we think of a goal maybe for Caden where he could dial it back just a little bit rather than say, I want to get an A in the class. Maybe he wants to just get an A on the exam. Okay. So if he wants to get an A on the next exam, that would be a smaller goal that we could achieve in unit 3. So he wants to get an A on the unit 3 exam. Fabulous. That's his goal. He's going to have to develop 3 very specific steps to meet this goal. What could be something that he could do as a step to meet that goal? Let's brainstorm. Yep. Oh, I like that. But let's write that down first, and then we're going to critique how she wrote that. She said study. Now, when we are going to be at the end, and Caden's got to look back, and let's say Caden didn't meet his goal. He got a B on the Unit 3 exam. He's going to have to go through and look at these 3 steps and figure out what did or didn't I do to be successful? How can I make an adjustment, right? So study is hard for Caden to hold himself accountable. How much is he going to study? How often? Where are you going to be when you study? When you are looking at these 3 steps, I want you to make them time and space specific so that he can reflect on what he did or didn't do, and he can make an adjustment. So can someone please fix this study to make it time and space specific? Yep.
Study every day at 5 o'clock.
How much time? How much time? Is 5 minutes too much?
6 hours.
Oh, gosh. Too much. Another thing you need to think about when you are putting together goals, make them realistic. Don't put down a half hour. You're not going to want to spend a half hour studying on science. But there's nothing wrong with taking 10 minutes to look over your science notes on a daily basis. So make it something reasonable and realistic to you in your life. Do we feel comfortable with 10 minutes? So study 10 minutes. I like where you said each day. And where is he going to be when he does that? Is it going to be at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Is it going to be at breakfast? Is it going to be right after dinner? Is it going to be right before bed? What would be a time and place specific that he could do? Yep. 6 o'clock. Study 10 minutes each day at 6.
I said 5 o'clock, but okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say that. I apologize. Study 10 minutes each day at 5 o'clock. Study 10 minutes each day at 6 o'clock. Another step then to help him meet that goal might be set my phone alarm for 6 p.m. each day, or maybe for 5:45, so that at 5:45 there's a reminder that comes up, and in 15 minutes I need to study. So I've got to get my materials and I got to get to my place that I'm going to study. Do you see what I'm saying? You need to make sure that you've got time and space specific goals. If it is use my planner, then it needs to be use my planner every day or for every class. And I don't care if there's nothing to write in it that day. You open up your planner and you say nothing in science today. Or you just write, look at my science notes after dinner. It's time and space specific that you can do so that we're going to go back and we're going to look at each one of these and critique ourselves. So please open up your computers, put your last name, first name, and what class period you are in. If you know you're going to struggle on Zoom calls, give yourself a goal of like making the Zoom call, right? Or paying attention during the Zoom call, or not having your TV on during the Zoom call, getting yourself to the kitchen table every day during your Zoom call. Those are good goals. So last name, first name, and then what class period you're in. We are in 5th hour. And then you're going to be clicking on setting up my goal. This is our first step, setting up my goal, and then hit next. Now you're going to go ahead and put in a unit goal that you want to set for yourself. Make sure this goal is specific. It's not too big. For example, if I want to learn, if I want to be a singer, I'm not going to say someday I'm going to be a famous singer. A goal might be, hey, I'm going to find somebody to give me singing lessons. That might be my first goal. And then 3 steps that I would put in place so that I could make sure that I meet the goal of finding somebody to give me singing lessons. Once you get your goal in, give yourself 3 very specific steps. Think time and space specific. Simple goals are achievable goals to start with. Is it not working? You know where to find it on Canvas though, right? Did everybody get a lollipop today?
I didn't.
Yeah, whatever. I want to make sure you all have a lollipop moment like our speaker from last week in our homeroom. Corey, you making these steps? You thinking? That's difficult. It's hard. I just want you to be really specific with your time and space. What are you going to do? Where are you going to do it? And at what time? If you want to make sure that you don't forget about your Zoom classes, that's not a bad goal. If you want to get more involved in classes during Zoom time, that's not a bad goal. And then give yourself very specific instructions on how to do that. We're not going to check in on these goals this Monday, but we're going to check in on these goals next Monday. Not this coming Monday, but next Monday. Claire, how good am I on time? Is it 44? We get out at 44 is what I'm saying? This is how good students become great students, and you are going to become great in your life through adulthood if you can get in the habit of setting up goals like this for yourself. Too many times our goals are too vague, not specific enough, and then we do not have success we are looking for. Just hold your roll, please. Just wait until the bell rings. And don't forget, there's 2 exits out. All right, you people at home, hopefully you have set up your goal. If you have any questions, let me know.